A well-educated and wealthy young man was walking down a quiet road, deeply focused on his thoughts. In his hands was a file containing extremely important documents. As he walked, the file accidentally slipped from his hands and fell onto the ground, but he didn't notice and kept moving forward. A few moments later, a poor young girl, who was passing by, noticed the file lying on the road. She picked it up and looked ahead, spotting the man walking away. Without wasting a second, she ran after him. "Sir, sir, you dropped your file," she called out loudly. The man stopped and turned around. Seeing the file in her hands, he rushed toward her and quickly took it. As he opened it, his face changed with relief. "Oh my God, these documents are extremely important. Thank you so much," he said with deep gratitude. The girl smiled softly and replied, "It's okay, sir. I just did what was right." Impressed by her honesty, the man took out some dollars from his wallet and offered them to her. "Please, take this as a reward," he insisted. But the girl gently stepped back and shook her head. "No sir, I can't take this. It's not a big deal. I'm actually on my way to a job interview." With that, she smiled and walked away, leaving the man amazed by her honesty and simplicity. After some time, the girl reached a large office building for her interview. She walked inside with hope in her eyes. Inside, the general manager was sitting arrogantly at her desk, counting bundles of money she had secretly stolen from the company. As the girl approached and handed over her file, the manager looked at her with a cold expression. "You don't seem to be from this city," she said. The girl replied confidently, "Does that matter? Please look at my qualifications. I believe I'm suitable for this position." But the manager smirked and said harshly, "Our company doesn't hire outsiders. Your degree is useless here. Leave immediately." The girl tried to speak again, but the manager shouted, "Get out before I call the police." Heartbroken and helpless, the girl quietly walked out of the office. A little while later, the same young man arrived at the office. He walked in and said, "I'm here for an interview." The manager looked at him and said the same thing. "You don't belong to this city. We can't hire you." The man calmly handed over his file and said, "Please take a look at my qualifications." But the manager, afraid that a capable person might expose her corruption, refused him as well. Suddenly, an employee entered the room, holding some bottles. He looked at the man and was shocked. "Sir, what are you doing here?" he said respectfully. The manager was confused. "Sir, what do you mean?" The employee replied, "Ma'am, this is the owner of the company." The manager's face turned pale. "Sir, I'm so sorry, I didn't recognize you," she stammered nervously. But the man looked at her with anger. "No, this is your true behavior. The girl you just rejected was far more honest and qualified than you." The manager begged for forgiveness, but the man interrupted her. "People like you destroy companies with greed and arrogance. You have no values, no integrity, and no respect for others." He pointed toward the door and said firmly, "You're fired. Leave this company immediately." The manager stood there in silence, completely ashamed. And somewhere outside, the honest girl walked away, unaware that her honesty had already made her worthy of something far greater. Moral: honesty, humility, and good character always lead to true success. If you like this story, then subscribe our channel. Thanks.